What's up, guys? This is Bull by the Fell-Handed. Today we are in the Tier 4 Soviet premium ship, the Grimyashi, with Tier Daddy in the Omaha. We are on the map Straits, and we're going to go out here and see if we can't make some stuff happen, guys. Now, the Grimyashi has 8-click fish, so you've got a really good range on your torps, and the way I've got it set up, we are at a 5.8 concealment rating, so you know we have to get very, very close in order for them to spot us. Now sometimes we do end up getting close in order to reduce the float time of the torps, if you will, because the closer you are, the less time you have in transit, the better are your chances of actually connecting and doing some real damage. Less of a chance to, how am I saying it, react for the bad guys, so to speak. So that's kind of, where that comes into play. Now, granted, of course, other DDs end up spotting you all the time. It's a thing. You're not going to be able to do anything about it, aside from setting smoke clouds all the time. And then, if you're like me, you randomly shoot fish at smoke clouds early on in the game. Now, a very, very viable tactic in a DD is to do a flyby, or a sail-by, in this case, of a given area, and throw fish in that particular zone, which is, what we're kind of angling off to do here. And it happens a lot. And you know what? You would be surprised how many times some of the torps that I end up firing just randomly connects with somebody. And sometimes, who knows, it even kills them. So it happens a lot, more often than I'd like to admit. Especially if you see a smoke cloud out there and you can kind of see somebody posted up in it. So we're going to kind of investigate up here. We've got a gentleman here, it looks like to about our 10 o'clock. Not necessarily crazy about it. If there's one, there's going to be multiples. We're going to kind of try to pull up here, use the left-hand side as cover, so to speak, possibly throw some fish down range, see what happens. We are detected. This is a horrible spot for this to happen. As you see there, I immediately threw smoke. And in a lot of my later videos, I tend not to use smoke as much. I just tend to turn around and, start pulling evasive. This gentleman right here is going to have a super bad day if any of those fish connect with him. And like I said before in some of my other videos, the cruisers tend to be the hardest thing to connect with. Oh, look at that! We just ended up connecting with somebody and putting a slap down on them. That is what I'm talking about. And that's all it is. I mean, granted, we did, however, kind of aim those, but at the same time, the cruisers, more often than not, are just so insanely crazy to connect with. Now, the one downside I'm not a fan of in this particular ship is the gun rotation. It is abysmal. It is literally the only thing I am not a fan of in this boat. We're going to see if we can back up here, miss these fish. Yep, they went on by. Tier 4, 8-click fish, amazing. Rudder shift, amazing. Speed, I mean the acceleration, everything on this particular ship is amazing. Especially the commander. You can get quick fix. I'm eventually going to go over the commanders at some point to kind of show everybody, how I have mine set up. On the first row of Anton Gurin in the Grimyashi, and there's others that have it as far as the quick fix goes, you have a choice of faster fish or quick fix, and quick fix is the way to go. If your screws or your rudder gets damaged, you can still maintain speed and turning and what have you, albeit at just a reduced amount. In other words, your rudder shift's not going to be so high, and you're going to go 70-80% of your normal speed, what have you. I'm not exactly certain the exact number, but I do know that if you're going at a good clip, you're hardly going to notice. And it is a big surprise because wow, we just managed to connect with somebody else there. So we're having a lot of luck here with the fish right off the jump, and focusing back on the game here, we're in a good spot, and this isn't necessarily, we're not going out here and we're not taking names. This is area denial. This is, if you come into this zone, you are going to catch fish. There's a high probability torps are inbound as we speak. If you bend that corner, you're going to have problems in your life. And that's kind of what we're doing here. We're ensuring this gentleman does not bend this corner. We've got some cross-torp action. Bad news. That gentleman he was in a little bit of trouble, I'm not going to lie. But essentially what we're doing here is, we're holding the line. And, unlike the guns, we can throw fish from around a corner, let them go straight, and they'll work their magic. This gentleman right here is going to catch a couple. It looks like 2. I'm seeing there's 1, 2. Is he going to catch the last one? No. So he took 2. Which is good. We're up to 42,873 damage. Not bad at all. Just damaged our gun. We're going to go ahead and get that fixed. Why not? With quick fix, I'm not really worried about much of anything. So that's a thing. Moving back onto the commander, as far as inspirations I have the gentleman who increases incoming fire dispersion, and the gentleman who increases turret rotation, because the guns on this thing are... The turrets, the guns are very good, the turrets kind of suck. And I find in my experience you're always going to have 2 guns on target because of just the way you're steering and what have you. The guns are always going to be... And the other 2 guns are going to be playing catch-up. You're backing up a lot. It's your front gun's going to play catch-up. If you're going forward a lot, it's your back gun's going to play catch-up. And that's just how it is. I mean, and this was very tough for me going from the American destroyer line. And I was told that this particular ship was amazing and worth the Founders Pack alone. So, I bought it. And I wasn't necessarily the stealthiest person when I originally got this ship, and I said, well, the gun turrets kind of suck. And, considering how much you're actually going to be shooting, which, isn't a whole lot, it doesn't really matter. Now, granted, if you get into a knife fight with another DD, that is a whole different animal. You're going to have problems with hair on it, because especially if you get into a Japanese, they still have faster turrets, your DPM is better, so it kind of evens out. If you get in close with an American, he's going to eat you alive, so you kind of need to pop smoke, get out there, or fall back towards allies. And you always need to have a good exit strategy. You need to know where your allies are. So we're still holding the line here, guys. Not a whole lot of movement going on. We're going to go ahead and throw fish here, just to be on the safe side, just to make people think twice about pushing this particular zone. And once again, all we're doing is area denial. We're not doing anything special. We're performing area denial. And you'll notice, guys, I'm always firing my fish on... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Things are poor. Things are going bad now. Hopefully this guy will get executed. I don't know. I totally went off track of what I was going to say. I seen this gentleman pull around the corner. Thank God. My man's Carrie Daddy held me down. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. Sometimes I see these things in these games, and I record these games, and they're weeks old, and I'm seeing them essentially for the first time because I have the memory of a goldfish. I have no idea what's going on, and then boom, when it happens, it happens. Moving on. What I was saying about area denial, if you throw fish in a given area, and not only does somebody not come in this area, but they divert to miss said fish and then continue going in that area, then you've essentially kind of changed the course of the way things are going. So it's kind of, it's an important thing, and it happens. And wow, look at that. Connect with that gentleman right there. Back to the water garage for you. We're kind of heading towards a no-no area right here, as this gentleman is going to start putting some paint on us, as well as the other gentleman. Not in a good position at all. And, that's 90% of where I find myself is not in a good position. And we're a one-shot for pretty much anybody on the map. We're trying to kind of finesse here and keep the rear end moving, and they manage to connect with us. So, what can you do? I mean, it happens. You get killed, you go out there, you do the best you can, and you still get murdered. But it's okay. And then, boom! The game is over, just like that. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's over so fast, and sometimes it's over before you even get to do anything. So, I should feel good. We did win that one. 48,641 damage, 230,000 silver credits, what have you. Guys, I really hope you enjoy. Make sure to check out the YouTube stream Monday through Friday, 7 and 9. If you guys have any requests, anything you want me to run, whatever, put it in the stream. Let me know. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. We'll catch you guys on the flippity flop.